Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have an Xbox controller. This is an Xbox Elite controller Series 2. The model is a 1797, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to change your bumper clicks LB or RB buttons. If they're not responding well, you have to really press on them, in this case on the LB one. I'm going to take you on a step-by-step how you can permanently fix it, just like new. It's not like some kind of repair, homemade repair stuff. You can actually do it proper way. I'm going to take you on every step-by-step. Every tool that I'll be using will be linked in the video description in case you want to purchase yours. So first, let's connect it to a computer and we test this button, see how it works. So I'm going to connect it. First, USB connection right there. And by the way, here we say it did connect the controller, so I can move left, it goes up. Joysticks are working fine. The clicks are working. Every button on the back side, the buttons are working too, even the ones up here. But when I right click here, it's nice and clicky and it responds really right away. You can see this one, the RB. But when I click on LB, nothing. I have to press really hard right there and then it will respond. Like a soft response is really hard to get from. In here, very quickly, this one, I'm pressing nothing. I had to hold it really hard in order for it to work. So we're going to replace this tactical button right away on this one. All right, we're going to disconnect it. Now, let's go over tools that I'll be using, and let's put this to one side first. Tool number one, a good screwdriver set. I always recommend a good screwdriver set. Invest on a good one. I use the iFixit screwdriver set, the basic tool set. If you get the pro set, it will give you opening tools, tweezers, few other stuff. If not, just get the basic set. You will need a spatula, metallic spatula, or a metallic guitar pick, whichever you can get your hand on. A curved or straight tweezers. And alcohol, isopropylic or isopropylic 98% plus alcohol. I have one right here. And one sheet of the workshop towel. That's my last sheet. So yeah. So one sheet of the workshop towel. And the reason for the workshop towel is as soon as you put an alcohol on top of this one and you try to clean the motherboard, this will rip apart, preventing damage to the motherboard or any other components. So that's why. All right. So, and we need switches. I'll purchase a whole bunch of them because we change them all the time. You only need one or two. They're really, really dirt cheap, so you can get the whole pack and keep them. I don't think they sell only one of them. These are the switches. They're nice and clicky. So we're gonna use one of these switches. And a toothbrush, used or new toothbrush. Now, what we need first is a solder station. You can get any portable solder station if you want. Soldering iron, any portable ones will do. I have this tabletop solder iron, but you can get any small one. I do have this TS100. These are 12 volt. They're really, really extremely good. You can do this job with these ones too with no problem. But I don't have my charger right now. So you can use this one. Again, it's really easy. You don't have to buy this bulky stuff. And you need a somewhere to work on. I'll be using another silicone heat mat here, so I don't damage my cut. Then a little stand for your solder right there. I'm gonna power that one off. And you will need a flux. You can use any small amount of flux, but I have this big, huge can. Get any small one. Desoldering wick. It's very, very cheap, few cents. Just grab one roll of the desoldering wick. Kitchen tub, like a kitchen, like this fiber, metallic fiber, doesn't have to be any copper or anything else, just to clean the tip of the solder in there. And the other one, it's you don't need the whole roll of the solder. You just need a little bit of the solder, like about just maybe 20 centimeters. I have the whole roll. And What else you need from here? It's I have this solder paste. It's a low melting solder paste. It makes the job really easy. I bought this one off AliExpress. You can buy yours in any cheap place. Just a low solder paste. I have a little container, so I put my solder to drip on top if I need to. All right. And that's it. With all this on hand, we're going to get it started. First thing first, we need to open up this controller. To open up the controller, they're really easy. They're not hard to open it up. All you need to do is to put the, first let's remove everything that we have in here. So they're all magnetic. There we have it. Remove the cap, everything that you can from here. You're gonna start from the bottom. This one has been opened before. You wanna stick it right in there, the opening tool, and you wanna lift it up like that. And you wanna work yourself in and really hard. You wanna bring it up. It requires a little more pressure. And then you're gonna see like at the gaps opening in here, right there. So pretty much work yourself in there and pop it open. Once you brought it up, you can do the front end too. Stick it right in there and just do a little bit of the lifting. There we go. A little bit of the lifting in there. And there we have. So I'm just gonna try to from one corner and lift up. They had a little adhesive, so once you bring it up, and it will release. They have this hard adhesive on the sides that hold it in place. All right, once we remove that, we can see that those switches, this one's right over here. These are right over here. There's a two of them, left and right. First, we're gonna remove the torque screws. There's one right on the paper warranty. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. These are torque number 8. So torque screwdriver number 8. These are security torque. That means there's a little tiny pinhole in the middle. So remove these screws, all the screws. Also, if you guys like my videos, if you find my videos helpful and helping you guys out, you can support the channel by clicking the like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. It helps and supports the channel. All right, now that we removed it, we can go ahead and, if I didn't miss anything, we want to put it here, let it push from here towards the back, and it will remove this back end down. And to the side here. The whole thing should come up with no effort. So it should come in two parts like this. So there we have it, put it in one side. And we can see right away that I replaced this one before, like last year. So that one is the button where this is a white plastic button. That one is the black one in there I have. You guys can see it. This one is a white one. So now this one is failing. So we're going to replace this one. You can see I have a little solder paste in there. So what we're going to do in here first is to remove this antenna cable in here. Just lift it up upward towards the ceiling. And you want to remove it from these tracks in here. Bring it to one side. All right, so we're gonna heat it up this 1, 2, 3, 4 legs in here, which are the 4 legs for the switch. Before we do anything, let's go ahead and remove this gap, lift it up a little bit, this side too. And we can pull it out. Just slide it out in here. You want to stick this one down there and pull it upward. There we go. Same thing in here. So the little clips are holding it. So this is what I'm talking about. You got the clip, the hooks that goes in. You want to lift up these clips from the side. So we remove the face cover in here. We're gonna remove this plastic in here. Just bring it upward. You're gonna reuse it again. You can remove the other one so you don't lose it if you want to. So it's not coming out. It should come out. So yeah. Right. So we're gonna work on this side. Before I work in there, I'm gonna tape it, maybe this one, so it doesn't keep coming over. So I'm gonna grab a little gappers, Kapton tape. Just tape over here to keep the cables in one place. All right, so what we're gonna do in here, first we're gonna put a flux on these terminals, on these 4 terminals. So grab your flux, grab a fair amount, doesn't matter. Just put it right over those terminals. Now make sure your solder iron is really heated up. You're gonna grab a low melting solder paste. I have a little bit of the solder paste in here, so we're gonna grab it from there. First, clean the tip. Make sure the tip is clean. Grab a little bit of the solder paste right there, and we are gonna apply it on the old terminals. You wanna make sure that it absorbs in there. A little bit of more flux if you need to. So what I'm gonna do, I'm using a flathead solder tip. So I'm trying to push it down from here. So while I'm hitting all 4 of them continuously, I'm pushing it down too at the same time. So the button is coming up from this side. You can grab a little tweezers and try to grab it from here. Pull it out at the same time that you start heating up the other side. Maybe you need a little tiny pliers. Let me find if I have a little small pliers here. I should. There we go. So it's easy. It's like I'm pulling a tooth out. So I'm holding it from the neck while I'm heating up the terminals. Camera right in front of me, and it's not making it any easier. Don't yank it too hard, otherwise you're gonna damage the board. You want to make sure that it comes out on its own well. So pretty much heat it up. There you go. Oh, it's pretty hot. Now that we removed it, we're gonna clean the place that we the old thermal paste in there, the old flux. So grab a little alcohol, soak it in a towel, soak it in an alcohol, and go ahead and clean up the board in there. Just rub it off. You can see this one will rip apart, will not damage any component. So now that it's cleaned in there, we're gonna open up the holes so the new button will go in. So let's put this one to one side. Let's grab a little bit of flux, fresh new flux, put it right on top. Again, fair amount. Grab your soldering wick. And what you want to do in here is to have it in one position there, so it's not moving. And shake off the, clean up the tip. Now we're gonna put the soldering wick over the holes, and we are gonna hold it down for a few seconds. And it should open up. And if this one is really plugged up, just cut it down a little bit and try the new place. There you go. So let's go ahead and clean it up. So you guys can see it's nicely opened up. The holes for the new tactical, it's ready to be installed. So if I bring the new key from here from the backside, I push it down, it should go right in place and sit right where it's supposed to be. So once it's in there, now we need a new flux. Just rub a little flux. Every time you work with the flux, it burns out. So you want to clean and put the new fresh one. That's the reason. Now you can use the low melting solder or use a normal solder and just heat up the terminals a little bit. There's one. There's that one. There we go. You can turn off your solder station. Again, let's go ahead and clean it up. There we go. You can use a toothbrush to clean it if you want to. Now we're gonna remove our tape that put. You can use any tape you want. And bring the antennas, run it down in the groove. And bring it over the jack. And snap it right in place. Right there. It clicks in. Once you have that one in there, now let's go ahead and bring the bottom portion. There's this guide rails in here. This rail has to go right in there. So we're gonna bring it down. Before we do that, let's go ahead and put this trigger. We're gonna put this end down. Right there, it clicks in. It clicks in. And just push it down and it stays in place. Okay, I forgot to put this plastics. Before you're putting it down, you can put this plastics in on top. If you don't put them, these ones are pretty much, they don't do anything. In place, bring it down on top, set it down straight, push it down, make sure it sets nicely in there. Grab the top. Oh, we're gonna put the screws in. So there we go. We have this one in place. Before you put in this cover, you can test it out if you want to. You just connect it and test it. But I'm pretty sure it's going to work. I'm just going to plug it in, push it down, and put everything on top. And let's go ahead and connect it and check the results. So I'm going to grab my cable. So let's go ahead and plug it in. Once it's plugged in, joysticks are working fine. Click working. Click is working fine. Very, very nicely and responsive. Okay. And that's it. And this is how you can replace your tactical sticks for your Xbox Elite Controller Series 2. Again, I hope you guys like this video and helped you guys out. If you have any question or requests, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.